Hello. It's pretty foggy out tonight. Hello. Yeah, I got a pretty nice foggy night over here tonight with a nice little mist. Got my phone light on. Battery's at like 44%, but it should be enough to get me home. I'm more than halfway there now, I think. Or at least halfway. Once there's showing there's no one watching, I want to see who my true watchers are. If you've watched this all the way to up to now, put the word watch, WATCH, in the comments down below. Maybe I'll do something for the people who actually watch the video in full, even though I'm not really doing much talking. As far as the prize goes, oh, hello. Robert Worley, hey, how are you? I'm more than halfway home. It's a pretty foggy night out. A little bit of a mist. Not as cold as it was earlier, surprisingly. How are you doing? We want to come up and hang out for a bit. I just put the link in the chat a little while ago. It should still be there. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm doing about the same. Met some nice people on tonight's shift and made a couple of friends, made someone feel young again. I mean, they looked under 40 to me, and then over here, if you look under 40, you get ID'd, and they're like, I'm almost 50. I'm like, you look like you're 30 something. Oh, hello. We got Robert in the house. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Keeper?
Walking home almost there. Hey, Chew, how are you?
Yeah, what? So what's up? You just get off work and you happen to walk home or something?
Yeah, I had to walk home. I got off about, well, it's supposed to be 19 minutes ago, but I had to do something last minute, so just finished, and now I've been walking for the past like almost 13 minutes, so I'm almost home. Should be home in like 7 to 10 minutes, give or take.
Oh, a 20-minute walk? Oh, that ain't bad.
No, but according to Google, it should be like 25 minutes, but I always get to work and home within like 19 to 22-ish minutes, even though the road isn't the nicest road around.
Well, you're not driving on it.
I'd rather be driving. I need a car.
Yeah, Craigslist. That's
Yeah,
all
right now I can't afford much.
Yeah. No, the last few cars I've had were like $500 cars off of Craigslist.
Oh, wow. Well, that's
Yeah,
something to check out then.
yeah, you find the great thing is if you find a running, driving $500 car, the people aren't going to bullshit you on what it is. It's a $500 car. You know what you're getting. And they're going to tell you all the problems with it. You know, but it's still going to get you from point A to point B.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it. I haven't never used Craigslist before.
Yeah, check Craigslist because you could find some decent cars on there. They're just beat up, old pieces of junk that barely get back and forth, but they get back and forth.
Well, that's good. As long as they lasted you like more than a year at least.
Yeah, I know. I've had lots of cars that I've gotten off of Craigslist for like $500, and they lasted me more than a year, and I was still able to sell them for what I paid for them.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's like a wash.
Yeah, and I upgraded. You know, so like my last one that I did that, I got a $500 little like Honda. I think it was an Accord.
Oh.
And I drove it for probably a year and a half, almost 2 years. And then I found a 2005, the car I'm driving now, a Chevy Malibu Max. It's a hatchback. I found it for $400. Somebody hit a deer with it. And I'm like, okay. Front end damage. It didn't set off the airbags, nothing like that. And it was a daily driver. So I was like, deal, $400. I put $600 worth of parts in it and a day and a half of labor. And I've been driving it for a year, almost 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was able to sell my Honda that I had bought for like $700. So I made $200 on it after driving it for a year.
That's not bad. So the tax man comes and asks for their share of the money you made.
They don't know it.
Right? Watch the next thing that starts happening. They start tapping into everyone's accounts and overhearing everyone saying stuff. It's like, oh, so that's just okay. We're gonna find your number.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They do plenty of that stuff. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, and that's just like Google. I did because I had a DUI back in the end of September.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was looking up like SR22 insurance, trying to get an idea on what all that was about. And there was some insurance company or something calling me. No, it was the Intoxilock, because I've got to get a breathalyzer put in.
Oh.
They were calling me from an 800 number like 4 or 5 times a day. Like at all the, I looked them up this one time and they started just hammering my phone. I had to block them.
Yeah, then they get another number, and they get another number, and they get another number. It's like, get the clue, leave me alone.
Yeah, and well, it's like as soon as I look that stuff up on Google, all of my YouTube ads, or the majority of them, are about Intoxilock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Never had I seen an Intoxilock's commercial on YouTube until I started trying to find out about it. And now, yeah, a lot of my commercials are Intoxilocks.
Oh, wow. There's ones to remove it from your Google search. I think there is, but I don't know 100% how to do it. Even though you remove it, it's still technically somewhere there in the deepest part of the internet or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, like it's still there. Yeah.
Remove it and delete those ads, but yeah, it's pretty bad. These large tech companies are getting paid buku bucks from like Intoxilock for that kind of information. And then
oh, wow.
They're getting paid again to advertise that information on their platforms, to push it.
Right.
So that's.
I'm just getting home. I'm going to unlock the door. I'm going to turn off my screen and mic for a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay, hang out for a little while.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Chew. Is Chew the only other person in here? Or actually, they're probably not even in here. Well, maybe. I see 2 watching. Hey, Chew.
Oh, sounds like everybody... the birdies are up.
Huh?
Oh. Sounds like the birds are up. I'm going to go in, and they're going to be yelling their heads off. Where's my key at?
Damn birds.
Right?
You just need to heat up a skillet, put some good oil in there, and yeah.
My roommate would kill me and all that stuff.
I can't remember how family friendly your channel is.
It usually is, but on Hangout streams, I'm a little bit more lenient as long as it's like consistent of vulgar things. I don't mind that much on Hangout streams.
No, I was just thinking about taking a smoking a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
You? Okay. Oh, did you see the pipe I got from Andrew?
No, I have not.
Yeah. Check this out. I got this from Andrew's Northwest Coins. I don't know if my light will show it very well. It's like a wolf head.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, this is out of the tip of a walrus tusk.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's walrus ivory. Yeah, that light's not going to work very well. So yeah, it's like a wolf head carved pipe from Andrew in ivory. I had to have it. He showed it to me right after he made it, and I was like, yeah, I want it.
It looks almost like a kazoo almost.
Right. But yeah, it's, and my neighbor saw it, and he wants one done in like a snake head. And I contacted Andrew, and he's got to get some more ivory. Sounds like he's a little light on ivory right now. But for a custom made pipe about that size, he would charge like, I think he said like $9 junk, face value constitutional silver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you wanted a custom ivory pipe Andrews Northwest Coins will trade you for constitutional silver for 90%. And a pipe like this, this is like at least 3 inches long, an inch and a half wide, at least an inch thick, and he'll do that for 90 dimes.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, if you were into that kind of stuff, get a hold of Andrew. I've been very happy on the few purchases that I've made through Andrew.
Well, that's good feedback.
Except for sometimes it takes a long time to get it.
Was he from Alaska?
Yeah, very far north Alaska. So everything has to be done by plane. It's like there's no roads going up there.
Yeah, that's a fair price then.
Yeah. So, and this one, their local post office shut down for the year. And so it wound up, one of their kids had to go to the hospital or something down in Anchorage. And so his wife took it with him down to Anchorage and shipped it from there, and I finally got it. But I bought this thing like in August. And
you just got it?
I got it like in January.
Oh, wow. So 5 months later.
I was getting a little bit pissed off because I had sent him, he had my silver, and I still didn't have my piece of ivory.
Yeah, that's where it's like, can I just send you the Cash App or a PayPal instead of sending you this? So if something happens, I can get my money back and not wait an extra 5 months for my silver back.
Well, I mean, I waited 5 months. I got the piece, and he gave me a fair deal on it because I think he didn't charge me $9. I think he charged me like $7 in face value at the time. It was basically like $150 is basically what I had to pay for it.
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
And that's what it still is now. It's like $150 worth of 90% silver, and you could get something like that custom made by Andrew.
Oh, that's cool.
But he doesn't want the Cash App or the PayPal. He wants the silver.
Yeah, there's only one tracking his transactions. It's like, oh, and I got to pay taxes on this.
Yeah, no, he wants the silver.
But unless you eventually get it.
Well, you've seen my ivory case back here.
Yeah, that's nice.
And that's I've got like a chunk of a full-blown mastodon tusk. That's like 7 or 8 inches tall. Was the first thing I got from Andrew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he sent me like a full segment of tusk. I didn't know what I was getting. I sent him X amount of constitutional silver, and I was wanting some stuff that I could, maybe carve on, maybe fix some of my ivory that's broken, use it as repair.
Right.
And he sent me like a full segment of mastodon tusk, and I'm like, well, shit, I can't use that. I'm not cutting that up. It's
too big.
Cool. It's like I've got an actual segment of a mastodon tusk. Yeah, I'm not cutting that up and recarving it.
It's like, try again. Send me something smaller. It's too big. It's too nice.
Exactly. No, that went straight into my collection. I was like, no, never touching this. And so I put it up, and then I bought this, and he did send me, along with that, he sent me some like random pieces, which is what I was kind of hoping for the first time. Was like these weird random segments, that split off because it grows in like layers, like a tree in rings.
Oh, okay.
And with that old ivory like that, it separates just like a tree would. And sometimes those rings just separate off.
Oh.
Or like scales, they'll be like this, a large piece, but you can still see it's a very thin.
That is thin.
Like a chunk of a layer. But
yeah, wow.
this is actually, this piece right here is what I was really hoping to get kind of the first time in a way, with something
Oh,
like this, because a lot of the figures that I have in there are like fishermen, and all the poles that they would have been holding in the fish are gone. But a piece like this, I can run it through a bandsaw and I can cut really thin pieces and reshape them and make the fishing poles that I'm missing. So,
nice.
yeah, I can use it to repair some of my stuff. You know, and some of them are pretty nice sized little just flakes. And this was just extra stuff that he threw in. Like the first package I got, he threw in some like mammoth or mastodon teeth, as well as the
Oh,
tusk.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got some random pieces of mastodon teeth as well, which is really cool. I'm totally into that. It's like, yeah. So yeah, if you have any interest in legal ivory, you want to hit up Andrew. He'll hook you up.
Nice. I wonder where he gets all his ivory from. There must
A
be a
lot of
shop down there.
well, a lot of bush pilots. You know, because there's
Bush
people
Pilot?
that'll fly their planes along the beaches, and they'll look for like a dead walrus, and they'll land and they'll harvest that walrus skull with the tusks, and then they'll take it and sell it to the natives so that they've got
Oh,
ivory. Or they'll be doing the same thing, or they'll be beach combing and find pieces of mastodon or mammoth ivory and sell it to them, and they'll do their carvings out of it. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's just stuff that's found on the beach. He's not necessarily finding it. A lot of times, other people are, and they're just selling it to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe get a license or something to do that kind of stuff, like get the cut out the
Yeah.
ivory from the animal or something.
Right. You might have to have a permit or something to collect it. I'm not sure exactly how it works up there.
Yeah, I'm not either, or anywhere.
Right. Well, like in the United States, and Alaska is part of the United States, as far as the laws more or less read, if it's on your property, you can collect all of it you want. That includes our Indian artifacts, fossils. They cannot regulate it if
Oh,
it's on private property. If it's on public land, you can't touch it, basically.
hmm.
And so something up there, it's got to be something different, because the walrus tusks that they're getting is probably off of public land, or at least it's, state land.
Especially if it's the
Nobody,
beach. Yeah.
nobody owns it necessarily except for the state, because nobody lives there.
Build a house on it. Does that count?
Well, it's actually, Alaska probably still has a lot of laws to where you could go and, like the settlers laws, the whole moving west, where you could go out and claim a certain amount of acreage as yours and improve it by a certain amount and put a house on it. And if you do that, it's yours.
Hmm.
So Alaska's probably got a lot of those laws like that. Like if you wanted to go to far north Alaska and stake out a claim for land, and you build a cabin and you get the land producing some food or something, even a small, a large garden or something. And yeah, then you can petition the government and show what you've done to improve it, and they grant you title to it. It's your land. There are still ways to get free land.
Yep. And then the tax man comes. You owe us money for your property. Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. They want that tax revenue. They're like, hey, that land's just sitting there. Somebody please go move on there so we can start taxing you for it.
Yeah, it's just a vacant lot. You could have it. Okay, you got it. Good. Now you owe us $5,000.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, not only did we tax you for earning the money, we taxed you for spending the money, and then we tax you because You spent the money on something that's going to last. So we're going to just tax that forever.
Hi, Cartoons and Collecting.
Oh, it's Cartoons and Collecting in chat. Nice.
Yep, they just got here.
Hello, Cartoons and Collecting. Welcome.
Yep, just hanging out for a little bit. Just got off of work and home about like 10 minutes ago, give or take. So I figure why not do a extra extended hangout for a little while and just see who wants to talk for a little while.
Yeah, and nobody was on here, and I was still awake, so I was like, hey, I'll go BS with Keeper for a little bit.
I always appreciate it.
But yeah, sometimes I might say stuff that he doesn't like.
If it gets too out of hand, I'll let you know. Or either way, we can just unlist it. But it's a hangout stream.
I could talk about a lot of things that, you know, a lot of different people don't like.
I can relate to that too. But I don't usually put that on the internet. Oh, that's awesome, Cartoons and Collecting. He finished the drawing for Retired Navy Rob.
Oh yeah, he put out a video about that. I didn't watch the video yet. I did see that you put out the video. It did
I
show
get
up in
notified
my
of it?
notifications, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, I didn't get notified.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
he did like a battleship, like a Navy ship. I just saw the thumbnail. I didn't go and watch the video. Sorry. I'm being
looks like
honest. I
Shiba's
saw the
going down.
thumbnail. You know, in the thumbnail, it's got, you can see like part of a battleship and a flag and everything. I'm gonna have to watch.
Yeah, he showed it earlier, a part of it when I was walking to work, and I guess he did it throughout the day and finished it. Oh, I see Shiba's going down some more. That's not good.
Yeah, it's not. Shiba and Doge really bombed today.
Yeah, they were doing great, and then I'm like, I have none. And then I found out I had like $1 on my account, so I put it in, and then it went down, 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 down. I'm like, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Like, I'm serious, I'm broke, so I'm like, you know what? Let's put $1 in. If I get $30,000, hey, it's $30,000. It's not millions or hundreds of millions of dollars, but $30,000. It's enough for me to buy a car and pay up all my bills.
Oh, that's like, no. I mean, when you're talking 30,000, it's like, for example, right now, I own 31.3 million Shiba.
I had it up to $500 million, but things came up. I had to, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I had it up to $500 million, and then so many things came up, and I was slowly taking out of it, and I'm like, okay. And then I have nothing in there now. Well, now I have like a little bit in there, but I think it's like 300 some odd thousand shares.
Wow. No, I've got 31.3 million of them, and I've got 8.3 thousand Dogecoin.
Oh wow, that's expensive.
Yeah. It's taken a while, but see, I took a big risk and I got lucky because about a week and a half ago, Dogecoin was making a decent spike. And this is when it was just started its spike. You know, I didn't know how long it was going to go. So, you know, I sold off like 1,000 and I waited a little bit. It went up higher. I sold off another 1,000 and it went higher. I sold off another 1,000. I did that 5 times and I was like, I'm done because I'm afraid now that I just sold off 5,000 of my 8,000 Dogecoin and it just keeps going up.
Right.
And I didn't know what was driving that market. So I was freaked out and I put a buyback in, you know, a limit order, and it wound up coming through and I made like 300 Dogecoin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I
Who's
didn't do
Sidney
bad.
Crosby?
At least I didn't lose anything.
Right. Who's Cindy Crosby in the Colorado Avalanche?
Oh, really? I know I've heard the name Sidney Crosby. What teams he on right now? Cartoons.
Oh, it's a sports thing?
I know I've heard that name, and I think from what I remember of hearing that name, yeah, I want him to be an Avalanche. I don't know I don't know who he could possibly replace because
Pittsburgh
our team
Penguins.
is amazing. Pittsburgh Penguins, Crosby. I'm gonna Google that real quick so I can
Is
look
that
it up
hockey?
later. Yes.
Okay. I'm just like, I don't know any of this stuff. And I always get the sports names mixed up with something else. I'm like, is that hockey or is that baseball? Is that I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's hockey. That's like the only sport I watch right now is hockey. You know,
I don't really watch any sport.
I might tune into a football game every now and then. You know, if the Broncos are playing and I can find it, I might watch it. Just because, you know, I was always an Elway fan. My
Oh,
dad is my dad is a huge fan of anything coming out of Colorado.
well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not
So
really into the sports.
yeah, and I yeah, I like hockey. I love hockey
Nice.
and football. I'll watch it, but yeah,
As far as football goes, you're lucky to get me to watch the Super Bowl once a year.
yeah, you know, and I've almost gotten to that point. Um, I could never watch basketball, though I was apparently really good at it when I was forced to play it in high school.
I think I played in elementary school, and I wasn't too bad.
Now, in elementary school, I was actually playing soccer.
Yeah, our sports. Yeah, our team was called Booster Blues, something like that. Yeah.
Now, well, see, that's the thing is I didn't get to play like a sports outside of just doing it for fun because my dad he twisted his religious views
Oh,
and oh sports were bad. No, it was because you were too damn poor and didn't want to have to pay for the equipment or take us back and forth to games or have to show up to games because you were an alcoholic.
oh. Yeah, I was barely allowed to do anything either. I tried doing things, and it's like, oh no, you can't do that, and you can't do that, and I was
Yeah,
lucky
but
to join any kind of clubs.
was religion used as the excuse?
No,
Yeah. And see, religion was used as the excuse for me, which really made me,
especially a money thing or something like that.
yeah, especially what, you know, as I got older, I figured out what it was, you know, but yeah, when I was out from under his control, I was living with my brother in West Texas, and he was not in the state, and I was in high school, and the basketball coach pulled me out of class and was like, "Look, we don't expect anything from you. I just want you to suit up for the games. Just be there." And because other than that, because it was such a small town, they only had 6 varsity basketball players on their varsity team. And 2 of them got in trouble or had bad grades or something. So they were ineligible to play the rest of the season, the second half of the season. So I was the only eligible player in the school district. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, the coach came like a week after I got there. The coach pulled me out of class and was like, "Look, you know, we don't have any expectations, but you're our only hope. If you show up and suit up for the games, then we'll at least have 5 players and we can continue the season. If you say no, the season's over. We have to
Wow.
forfeit every game because we don't have enough players to suit up." And so I went ahead and I went to every game and had to play offense and defense the whole game. There was no substitutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we had no substitutes. We only had 5 players on the team for basketball. That was it.
Wow. That's
talk
cool
about
cartoons and collecting.
talk about Iron Man. And had we
The
had those
Flash.
had we had those other 2 players, we might have actually made the playoffs.
Oh wow.
I was averaging 40 steals a game. Yeah, it's unheard of in basketball. It's impossible almost.
Oh wow, that is something.
I'm only 5'5", and I'm 100. At that time I'm 145 pounds, and I was fast, and I was quick with my hands. So I'm sitting here looking up at somebody that's opposing me, and I just chased the ball. I didn't have like a position. I never even got known. I never was told when practice was. They didn't care. I was just there. But yeah, I would I could time that ball and how long it took them to dribble that ball when they're sitting there at the 3-point line trying to set stuff up. And I just reach out and just slap the ball. I just go boink,
Mine.
slap the ball behind them, run around them, charge down the court, and I'd get about to a layup type position, or that first like little box past the free throw line. I'd stop and I'd turn around and wait for one of my teammates to show up and pass them the ball and let them try to shoot. Had I learned how to do a layup, we would have been definitely in the playoffs.
Nice. Yeah, for any clubs I wanted to join, I had to walk back to the school and go to the club. But yeah, I hated that.
Well, I would have done that. Had my dad allowed that to be an option, I would have done it.
Yeah, for chess club, I had to walk to the school.
Yeah, or I would have found another parent that would, take me back and forth.
And that's where it got extra hard for me because mine split at a young age.
Yeah, no. I was lucky. I had both of my parents my whole life. Well, until mom died.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
At least growing up, I had them both. It wasn't. But there's a lot of songs that talk about my life.
I think we could all relate to something like that.
Like both of them were alcoholics, more or less. But mom, I was the baby. So she did everything she could to protect me. And dad was, well, certain things that I shouldn't probably say on your live stream.
Yeah, you can keep all your personal stuff you want to keep to yourself. It's fine. Oh, what's this say?
Collecting. I love shooting pool.
Oh wow, that's nice. Cartoons of Clothing. Congrats to them.
Wow. That is awesome. Yeah, my mom died just short of their 40th, or was it 40? It was either their 40th or 50th wedding anniversary.
Oh wow.
It was just short of their 50th. Yeah.
What's 50? Silver?
No, I think that's gold, isn't it?
I have no idea. It could be. I forget how all that goes. But yeah.
I'll pay attention to that if I ever get married.
Same.
As of now, it's like, yeah, no.
50 is gold and 25 is silver. Oh, okay.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Oh, we got someone from the basement. Who do we got? We got the Mountain Dew King. How's it going, Tyler?
Pretty good. Just finished dinner.
Nice. What you have good?
What was that?
What you have good?
Oh, it's just like chicken pot pies, but you make the chicken with a scratch made with biscuits. It's not the re-calendar stuff. So you basically take the chicken, get like peas and carrots, and take it, dump it over the biscuit, just like biscuits and gravy.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that wasn't a chicken pot pie.
A homemade Popeye.
Almost.
But it does sound good.
Oh, it is.
Because that's something I really need to make room in my freezer for it because I love chicken pot pies and I haven't had one in a long time. I love them. I think that's
I
one
should
thing.
start eating more.
I think that's one thing I would love about going to England or something. Is their pies that they've got? Oh, I would eat myself sick.
I would love to go to England myself.
England would be awesome. I want to go there. Well, I'd love to go there metal detecting. I'd love to go mudlarking on the Thames with like Nicola White or Simon Fines. And the food, yeah, there's some things I wouldn't mind trying, but for the most part I'm like, yeah, British food. The Flint, oh, and the fossils that they've got on like the Yorkshire coast. I definitely want to go there to find some ammonites and get some really good quality flint. So yeah, my bags coming back on the plane would be expensive.
Oh, big time. It's like, why should your bag weigh an extra like 50 pounds? I don't know. You're thinking about function.
Well, that's like I did actually. There's a guy on YouTube, the Nutta channel. He's a Brit and he goes live usually around midnight or 1 o'clock or so, my time. But he finally sent me a chunk of British flint.
Oh, nice.
When he first tried sending me a piece of British flint, the post office, it was still during COVID, and they wouldn't ship. But he finally got a piece shipped through, and so yeah, I get to try to work this and make some arrowheads out of it.
I would love to be a travel channel, but I can't afford it. Hey, Great Scott.
Hello, Great Scott.
A travel channel would be so awesome.
I would love to travel the world and just try different foods, and maybe I'll change my Patreon to a travel channel Patreon and have certain benefits for like postcards and stuff. I think I'll do that. Yeah. Why not?
Let me look something up real quick. Hey, Cartoons and Collecting, where are you located again? Or what's the nearest city with like an international airport? Your biggest airport close to you?
I think they're near Ontario, Canada.
I
Ontario?
don't remember. Another on the east side somewhere because they're the same time as me, so it's like 10:55 p.m. both our times.
Okay, so
Sudbury, Ontario.
Okay, well, look, I'm going to do something real quick. Oh, hold on.
Close to Pearson International Airport in Toronto.
Toronto, that's thinking of.
Okay, so it's Toronto, not Ontario. Okay. Now let me show you something. I don't. I'll go to StreamYard and see. Okay, there you can see my computer screen.
Yep, we see your screen.
Okay, I'm gonna go to a different tab.
Oh, let me make it a little bit bigger. 1 second. So it doesn't work that great, but it works somewhat.
Okay, cheap flights. This is just a Google search. Cheap flights from Toronto, Canada. And what I'm going to do is just under the search bar, how it says all is highlighted, I'm going to click on flights. Got a little airplane next to it. And it says flights to where? I'm just going to click on explore. Now this is going to give me the entire globe. Now here's your location, right? You know, you're talking Toronto. So you want to go to Europe? Toronto to London. This is one person, adult, round trip, $457.
Oh, wow. Oh, did he freeze or?
Huh?
Okay,
I
you
thought-
went like no, you were quiet for a second. I was like, oh
yeah,
no, I
was
heard your
just
sound go
looking
like,
at some of the- yeah, I was just looking at some of the other prices around. Berlin, $510.
oh wow.
Barcelona, Spain, 573. Lisbon, Spain, 538. Marrakesh in Morocco, $610. I mean, now you have to just go by the dates that they give you. That price at 457 from Toronto to London round trip is April 6th to the 12th. Oh,
A
there's a
6-day
cheap one.
vacation in London.
Yeah, April 8th to the 16th, if you wanted to fly to Dublin, is only $438.
Cartoons and Clinton says, can you Google search where I live in Sudbury, Ontario, so we all know where I'm located?
Well, I was just looking at, where your closest airport was that you would use. That's what I was looking up. But yeah, I guess I could look up where you're located. Hold on.
Yeah.
Crap. Let me go here. Sudbury, Ontario. And I'll go back here and I'll close that out. And I'll go to. Oh, no. I got to have a different. Because I want to remember that. Okay. Greater Sudbury. We'll go to a map. There's Sudbury. Let's zoom out. There's Sudbury. Okay, so yeah, you're just a little bit north. You're north and tiny bit west of Toronto. Just off of Lake Huron. So right here, Sudbury. That's where we got Cartoons and Collecting at. So, like if you're in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan or something, yeah, you ain't far. And it looks like there's a road. Goes from the up. I didn't know that. Upper Peninsula. You got bridges going into Canada there? Cool. So yeah, if you're in Upper Michigan, you're not far from visiting Cartoons. Hey, Cartoons and Collecting. Have you ever thought about driving across the border with your mail and shipping it from there so it's cheaper? I mean, that kind of seems like that might be a valid thing to do. It just seems like you could easily go to Michigan and drop stuff in a post office box.
Hmm.
And it'd be like what? An hour? Maybe 2 hours, an hour there and an hour back.
Cartoons and Clothing, I feel that I'm broke too.
Yeah, Cartoons, if you're sending stuff in the continental United States, you might just want to take it across the border to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and ship it off from there. Because your return address doesn't matter. You take it there and take to a post office, put what postage you need on it. It'll save you a lot of money. Guarantee it.
It's been a day.
So Cartoons and Collecting, you should actually have some pretty good mushrooms where you live.
I'm not a mushroom fan. No matter what category you're phrasing that under.
No, I was just talking edible wild ones. Like they're in a good area for morels, I think.
Oh.
Because Michigan is like, for the United States, Michigan's got like the biggest amount of morels and morel hunters and stuff like that.
Oh, and then you had like ram's heads are really good too. I'm like ram's heads. I'm like no.
What is a ram's head?
It's a mushroom.
Not one I've ever heard of.
It's some kind of really big mushroom that grows somewhere in the woods, and you have to like pull it out a certain way. And apparently, it takes flavor of whatever you're cooking. And I'm just like, no.
Hold on.
Oh,
Let me see
that's
if
expensive.
I'm pretty familiar with wild mushrooms.
That is
I've never heard
insanely
of one.
expensive.
I've never heard of one. Oh, so you're talking a hen of the woods. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really that technical with those kind of mushroom names.
Yeah, it's a hen of the woods. I found those one time. And it was pretty good eating.
Yeah, I just don't like mushrooms cooked, raw, wild. Yeah, no, that is too like. Ugh.
Oh no, dude, you don't even understand. You just got a brainwashed fear of wild mushrooms.
Oh no, it's just the taste regardless. I don't like mushrooms.
Huh?
It's the taste of the mushroom I don't like.
Well, that's what kind of mushrooms don't you like? Because so many mushrooms taste so different.
I haven't had that many varieties because to me they all taste the same. My aunt and uncle one time found that ram's head or hen of the whatever it's called mushroom, and I'm just like,
hen of the-
no. So then there's like store bought mushrooms, canned mushrooms. It's like no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people don't like mushrooms. It's unfortunate. I guarantee I could make some dishes that you would like using mushrooms, and you wouldn't even know I used mushrooms.
But if I visit and you make something, don't tell me there's mushrooms in it till after I eat it.
All right, that's like, well, I did it one time, for like a get together, like a church get together, and it was like welcoming some new people into the congregation or whatnot, and they were vegan. And so I went out and found a specific type of mushroom, chicken of the woods, and I kind of parboiled it in like the seasoning packet that comes with chicken top ramen.
Okay.
I cut it up in little cubes and made the water with the top ramen flavoring and threw the mushroom in there just for a little bit. And then cooled it down and took it out. And I made like a chicken salad. And everybody absolutely loved that chicken salad and raved about it. And yeah, they all like kind of freaked out when they found out there was no chicken in that. It was a mushroom.
I mean, that's pretty hard not to tell the difference between a chicken and a mushroom. That's pretty hard to not tell the difference.
No, that's the trick. It's that species of mushroom. If you prepare it right, it definitely has a chicken texture.
Interesting.
Like I've taken that mushroom and I've ripped it apart and breaded it and fried it and made chicken strips out of it. And they were really good.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the mushroom itself really doesn't have a flavor. So you have to add that flavor into like your seasoning or whatever else. But most of it, it's look, sound, all that plays into how we perceive our food. So if you crisp it up good and get a nice chicken strip looking thing out of it, and you dip it in, and if you flavored like your breading or you parboiled it a little bit so it's got some flavoring infused, and you're dipping it in sauces and eating it, yeah, you really can't tell you're not eating a mushroom. You think you're eating a chicken strip.
Oh, yeah. Let me put the link in for you again real quick. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Because I didn't pin the comment this time. I just put it into the chat.
I can find it in chat real quick.
I got it right
I
there.
think.
Yeah, I didn't pin this link because I just hopped on and then I just went straight to live. So I didn't go on my YouTube to pin the link. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome, Cartoons and Collecting.
It won't let me copy the link address. It was too long.
I never heard of that happening. Interesting.
Oh yeah, no. If like me, if I try to copy and paste, like
Here he
highlight,
is.
copy and paste,
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hey, Cartoons and Collecting.
hello.
Hello. So yeah, I got a bit of time. I can show you that piece of art real quick.
sure, I'll make you large when you're ready. Oh, you ready? Here we go.
Yeah, check that out.
Nice.
The
Nice.
detail on that.
And since there's a video, be sure to go check out his video, guys.
Oh yeah, you went all out on
Look at
that
the,
eagle.
look at the
for sure.
detail on the ship.
Wow, I even see people. It looks like no.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's people you see on the upper deck.
Portholes.
a lot of
Yeah.
work.
It looks like it.
You know, I've always wanted to do art like that, but there's either something wrong in my wrist or something wrong in my elbow or shoulder. Because between the brain and the hand, it doesn't do the same thing that I'm telling it to.
I've
Same.
had time. Yeah, I've had times where I can't draw either. I got issues with arthritis. And
Yeah, I've got carpal tunnel in both my wrists, but even beyond that, it's like I can see something and I can sit there trying to draw it, and when I'm done, it's like, am I 4 years old with a crayon? Because that's
That's
not
better than
what
my
I'm
drawing.
trying to draw.
Yeah, it's like I
Yeah,
can picture things.
I got a brother that can't draw at all. He can draw.
Oh, wow.
He can draw a stick figure. That's about it.
That's not a good day for me. It's like I can picture things, but when I go to draw it and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, that's not even close to what I pictured. Then I try
Exactly.
describing it, and then it's like they can draw for me, and it's like that's still not even close to what I was picturing.
Yeah.
Well, I had a picture in my mind for your for Dragon Silverkeeper. I thought of a dragon, and he's kind of like guarding a bunch of coins, and he's grasping the key, and on the key itself is written Dragon Silverkeeper. So I'll have an image in my mind, and usually when I draw it out, it comes out just about pretty much the way I want it to.
So
Nice.
you're thinking of a clip from Lord of the Rings where it's showing Smaug,
Yeah,
but he's got a key.
something like that. Yeah, I probably got a bit of the idea from that. But the dragon, I wasn't looking at anything on the internet when I was drawing the dragon. I was just completely imagination for that.
I think I have a video up, and then there's your video, of course. So both those videos are out, and they're both awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll
So-
be back in just a little bit.
Alrighty.
I'm starting a drawing for Copper Owl coins, and
Oh.
I just started it, but it's not quite done yet.
We'll
You
make
wanted
you
to-
large again.
See if I can find it.
Hey, Caparel, you're lurking in the chat somewhere. If so, you get a special sneak peek of your future drawing. Oh, here we got the bird already.
Well, it's not even done yet, but so like there's the horned owl there, and he's got 13, and he's gonna have his Kansas City, because he's from Kansas City, so I'm gonna have him with the
Right.
Kansas City football outfit. He's got the football in his arm like that, and then the top, or actually underneath, I'm gonna put in copper owl coins on that. So that's gonna
So you
be
literally
done.
just started.
I just started it today, yeah. Or
Nice.
No, it's still today. It's 11:12 right now.
Yep, we have 38 more minutes.
38.
48.
Depends where you are in the world.
48 more minutes till East Coast midnight.
Yeah, Canada Post is so crazy expensive. That's the problem. Is
Hey,
I
Kindle
mean,
mine.
I might even consider doing drawings half of this size the way things are going right now. Because it was 11 by 14. Like your drawing I did for you was 11 by 14. Now they're 9 by 11, and I'm even considering going even half of this size because of the
Oh
cost,
wow.
you know.
Right. I still gotta get a frame for that yet. It's like I've been so broke lately. I haven't had a chance to buy much of anything really.
Your best bet is if you go to a Goodwill or like a secondhand store. Like 11 by 14 frames are usually pretty common. At a secondhand store would be my bet to go check out.
Yeah, I'll have to look because I definitely want to get them both framed before something happens to them.
Yawning is contagious.
It is very contagious. I don't know who yawned, but it wasn't me. Well, maybe earlier, but I hit it.
Sorry.
Oh, I missed it. Good.
It was me.
Hey, Andy.
Oh boy.
I'll be right back. Got something to do.
Oops. Yeah, I'm trying not to yawn, but I've been going on pretty much all day.
Hey, Matt and Duking, you got a question in the chat.
I would say where? Might be something about that. This is 16 ounces. It was a nickname that William from Point Around gave me because I was always talking about Mountain Dew in the chat. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. I know I'm weak, but you don't want diabetes.
No one wants that. Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back.
No.
Yeah, Tyler, that's like me. I give up sodas a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it just didn't. I didn't like it. What the effects that I was having. But yeah, I was drinking like at least a 12 to 18 pack of the Sam's Choice Cola a day.
Yeah, same year I would at least guzzle 1 or 2 cans of soda a day, if
No,
not
I was
more.
yeah, 1 or 2 cans, big deal. When you're drinking an 18 pack, a 12 to 18 pack a day, that's a problem.
That's
Yeah.
diabetes too.
And well, I didn't get diabetes. I was working. I've done construction work my whole life, so I'm pretty active throughout the day. So the sugar did kind of help in a way, but yeah, then when I lost my mom and I lost my dog, then I kind of turned to my parents' route and became an alcoholic, and I was drinking an 18 pack of beer a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It got pretty bad there for a while. I mean, I'm still drinking, but I've cut way back.
Yeah, my
That's
biggest issues is I'm trying to quit smoking, and it's not easy.
No, it's not. But the one time I tried quitting smoking, and it worked, and I quit for about 6 months, and then I wound up moving back to Colorado, and the one person I knew was a bad influence and got me started smoking again.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh wow.
if you decide you want to make that quit, get one of those e-cigarettes.
Yeah.
it kind of tastes like a cigarette or whatnot. It's a vape rig, but it's just nicotine, and it doesn't taste like a unicorn fart or whatever. Get those and a little can of like the Camel snooze pouches,
Mhm.
which is like a dip, but it's in a pouch and it's spitless. You don't,
Yeah, I'm just changing my habits instead of going like that for a cigarette. For me, it's sunflower seeds or just drawing and then or just smoking this instead.
right. But it's that
Hey,
habit.
Hunter Boucher.
You
What's that?
can lessen it because it is that habitual, and you can lessen it if you like got some of those pouches. There would be less times that you'd want to that you'd want that cigarette because you wouldn't think you're getting a slow intake of it. And then when you do really have that craving and you're like, you have to go out, have one of those vapes and go out and take a few hits of that and then go back. And eventually if you work with that, you can quit it a lot easier than just trying, like a cold turkey, because that's pretty
Yeah,
much impossible.
it's a fact of my health because it's called lymphedema. If you've ever heard of it, it's lymphedema is where your the veins, like the veins in my leg, are narrowed. Smoking was probably part of the issue, but I have an issue with the circulatory system where the blood goes down to the feet and then back to the heart. That conveyor belt of veins that go down the leg and back up are compromised, and the cigarettes and nicotine are going to make it worse. Where I'll be having a heart attack and et cetera, et cetera. So the only
Cleaning
way
around.
for me is to quit. I got it.
Did John show up?
Yeah, we got Quinn around in the house. How you doing, Quinn around?
Nice.
Hello,
Hi, John.
Coupon.
Oh, hey, Hunter. I was thinking of going live, Hunter, and my wife's coming back tomorrow. I figure we might do a live Wednesday night, Hunter. It's just I've been cleaning around the house and this and that. I gotta
No.
soon.
What time tomorrow? Because I have work again tomorrow night.
Hey, Tupac.
What time are you planning on going live tomorrow night?
I don't know.
Ah.
I don't want to go too late. If I do a live, I'm leaning towards 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Going
Okay, I'll
at
be home by that time.
or 1, it's like
I have a short shift tomorrow, so I'll be home by that time.
so
Maybe
I'm
get a
thinking-
nice nap in.
I'm thinking like 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's not set in stone, but that's the idea. But yeah, Hunter, I'll do a live soon enough, but I'll probably
Look who's in
announce.
the house.
I'll announce when I do it.
Copper Owl Coins.
Welcome.
Hello,
And
Cop
welcome
Brown.
Kennel Mine and Hunter Boucher. And Andrew Kerr. Nice.
You missed
Oh,
the Copper Owl. Cartoons are showing a
I
drawing
don't
for
have-
you.
Well, this is the one I did for being an Air Force vet.
Return Navy
No.
Rob.
Maybe
Oh,
Rob.
sorry, retired Navy Rob, yeah. So I did that with the Eagle. But the one I'm working on for Copper Owl Coins it's here somewhere.
I mean, he just started it, but it's looking really nice.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. If I could find it again. Where'd it go?
Your ear must have been hooing that I was talking about you.
Oh yeah, so this is where I'm at now, Copper Owl Coins. So I got the owl and the detail that he's going to have is 13, and you can see he's going to be holding a football there. So that's what I got going so far. But when I get it done, what I want to do, Copper Owl Coins, is I want to get a photocopy, a really good photocopy of it, and color it in real nice. So you'll have both the black and white when it's all done, and the color one too would be pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh my, so good. And he says thank you.
No problem. Keeps me busy. You know, like every day when I get some time, I like to draw it. It's my passion. What can I say?
Super excited. Sweet. I can't wait.
I wonder when I'll ever get a customized drawing.
I need a clone, so I can just sleep all day and let the other guy do all the artwork.
Right? Oh, you know, that's illegal.
I know.
What, cloning?
Well, well, not just cloning, but he's talking cloning so he has a slave.
Maybe
Pay him some way.
robot cartoons.
You know,
Yeah, well, if I wanted a robot to draw it, I'd just put it on a damn printer.
you know, on Facebook, I've been following this elementary school for the longest time ever, thinking it was an elementary school I went to. As a couple months later, couple years later, I'm like, why is this the county name? They have the county sheriff that come by occasionally, and it's like, what is this? This some kind of traveling sheriff's officer? Why is he all the way from in Bellingham? And I realized it is some elementary school I've been following for like 3 or 4 years, and it's in Florida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need a clone too. Send him to work, and then I could just stay home and relax.
So I'm like, I must have been one.
Yeah, but if that
smart
clone robs a
6-year-old.
bank, then they might get the wrong guy.
So
I
So we have a
was-
movie on our hands.
I was thinking
Tyler-
I must have been some smart 6-year-old, clone myself, send one to Florida and keep one in Bellingham.
yeah, Tyler was being a creep.
I even put in a comment in there. I even put a comment on one of the posts. I'm like, I went to Geneva Elementary School back in 1996, not realizing it's the Geneva Elementary School in Bellingham. It's the one I'm talking to about. It's up in Florida.
Yeah,
Oh,
is,
yeah.
is Bellingham still in Skagit County, or is it in the county north of Skagit?
It's in Whatcom County. This is Whatcom County.
So that's just north of Skagit, though, right?
Yeah, Skagit's the next county south of us.
Yeah. See, that's where I lived. I lived in Skagit County. I lived in Anacortes.
If you want to join us, Copper Owl, I just gave the link in the chat again. I can fit the 10 people up here.
I got pussy in my lap.
LOL, Copper.
It's a midnight.
It's a
I
midnight.
mean, yeah.
and
it's
he's
a
pinning
pussycat.
down my left. He's pinning down my left arm, and he's wiggling his tail. He's like, "Yeah."
He is happy and satisfied.
He's like, "Yeah, you're just stuck here.
Oh, hello,
You
Midnight.
gotta just deal with it."
Hopefully, you have a drink next to you because he's like, I'm not moving from this lap. You are stuck here until I move.
Oh, that's why.
There you go.
That's why I would keep at least a water bottle or I'm not doing the desk door.
Yeah, no, I got a drink, and I've got jerky handy if I need it. I got my glass. So it's just really difficult to use this when he's pinning down my arm. So you're gonna have to move. Thank you.
Okay, Copper Owl, no problem. I can relate to that. I don't try and stay up too late either because then I get all out of whack.
Ah, come on, Copper Out Coins. You could stay up for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is pretty much 11 in his area.
He's Central Time or
Yeah,
No,
he's
he'd have-
central. So it would have been about 10:30. His
yeah, he'd have to be Eastern because, or is he Central?
he's Central.
in Kansas City.
So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
10:27.
Yeah, that's like 10:30 there. It's like he's got at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'll probably end maybe at midnight or something, depending on who wants to show up and how much conversation we get into. So I might only go until like midnight Eastern time.
Yeah, and it's like,
And I'll relax, have a snack, maybe watch a few episodes of SpongeBob or James Bond or something.
no, take a page out of Tyler's book. Watch the Rugrats.
I don't have that streaming platform. All mine are on DVD. I have these on like DVD.
Just look it up
Rugrats,
online. You can find Rugrats online, easy.
Rugrats movies are actually viewable on Pluto TV for free.
Oh, I'll have to look on Vudu then. I have Vudu. I have a bunch of movies on Vudu. Oh, we got a guest. Who we got? We got the Copper Owl in the house.
Copper.
How's it
Owl
going?
is-
I Copper Owl.
I give in.
Welcome.
Owlin'
Hey.
at the Moon. Wait, Owlin' at the Moon, is that a whoo?
It definitely can work that way.
I mean, that'd be cool. So how's your day
Yep,
going?
Oh, just busy.
Ah,
Yeah, just got home pretty much for my day.
Oh yeah.
Wow, you're just getting home? Wow.
Oh,
oh wow.
That's a
Tommy,
late
that's his
day.
name. Tommy says that. I had to think for a minute. I haven't watched Rugrats in like, oh my goodness. When was the Wild Thornberry and Rugrat movie came out? When did that come out? Oh boy,
Oh,
it's been that long.
shit. That was
Rugrats,
like, what,
I think it was like
96?
1990 or
97?
91.
Or was it
Probably
earlier?
the
than
early
that?
'90s, I guess.
I was thinking it was
Yeah.
late 90s.
Maybe.
They've been
I
early.
forget.
was in
The
college.
TV show Rugrats come out.
It was
August
91.
August 11th, 1991.
Oh, I was
91.
right. 91.
Well,
I was
Rugrats.
right.
No, I was talking about when he made the Wild Thornberries reference.
Yeah, it was like Rugrats and the Wild Thornberry movie. I think it's the last one I seen when they had like the scratch and sniff thing.
That
Or was
that
it Rugrats
had
and
to have
Parrots
been-
later?
That had to have been late 90s.
It's been a long many moons since I watched Rugrats.
But yeah, Rugrats, Tommy, Pickles, Phil and Little Dill. You had Chucky, you had Angela or Angelique. Yeah. that little
Angelica.
bitch. Angelica, yeah. The fucking cunt. Sorry.
Yeah, I had to think for a minute. I'm like, a baby's gotta do what baby's gotta do. I'm like thinking for like forever who that said that. I'm like, okay, that's his name.
Yeah, and you never knew what that
Oh,
little
what you got there?
butthead was gonna pull out of
My
his
first
diaper.
pin.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, he's got a custom Copper Owl pen.
Hey, Copper Owl, I could really use a pen.
I
Oh,
could always
yeah.
use a pen.
The last couple
Another
of
one.
mine have been dying lately.
4 pins coming up.
Sweet.
I'm having to use my carpenter's pencil
Ah,
Another,
You do
another,
need a
because my
pen.
pen died.
You can start me an owl nest.
there you go.
another thing that would get Robert going is the police scanner. I am listening to that too while I'm watching Rugrats.
Oh, that's fun. That's something I should do, Tyler. You're right. I need to look up a local police scanner and start listening to it. I need to look that up. I'm gonna
Yeah, that's how I found out there was a guy wandering around the
well,
community
got-
I live in.
I've got a little post-it notepad, and I'm gonna write that down right now.
If I were to post a note for all my thoughts, I'd have a whole room full of them.
Whole
Yeah,
room of
just have,
post-it notes.
Yep.
I gotta let,
You
I
open
gotta
it,
let-
it's an avalanche of notes.
I just have.
I gotta let you
this
guys
one.
know my parrots are getting a little bit rambunctious
Sure.
right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now you're gonna set off Dragon Silverkeeper's birds.
And then I'll have to go on mute.
They're getting
Like-
loud. All right. I'll be
Yeah,
in the
you're
chat
good.
though.
You're gonna
Appreciate
send
it.
out Silver Keeper's birds.
I hope not.
I'm surprised they didn't start trying to talk to each other.
Oh no, that would be like one heck of a show. It's like, well,
And
now it's bird talk.
Right?
We're just here for them.
It'd be like the bird CB radio going out.
Right. You got birds across the country just talking crap about their owners, and we don't know what they're saying.
Hi, Miss Idaho. Long time no see.
Hello,
Miss
Miss Idaho.
Idaho. Hello.
How are you?
Oh,
Oh, good night, Kino Mine.
Take
Good
care,
night, kid of
Keno
mine.
Mine.
Welcome back, Hutchinson Collecting.
Yeah, he says he's back again. Is he in the
Hello
basement?
again, cartoons.
No, he's in the chat.
But not in basement? Okay.
Nope, no one's in the basement.
Yeah, it's good to see Miss Idaho. I haven't seen her for a while. I don't know if she should know me.
Yeah.
I just don't have Worley on the other side of my name. Like right here, it doesn't
Right.
say Worley.
Yeah, I forget where I first seen Miss Idaho. Probably Quinn and around. Or I thought that's right, Tupac Quinn Hunter or something like that.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like, hey, I'm kind of curious. Was she at one time actually Miss Idaho? Or is it just that
Ah,
she's from Idaho? I'm curious.
That'd be
You know,
interesting.
maybe it's
Yeah.
Mint State, Idaho. Hmm?
Oh,
Hey,
Mint
there you
State,
go.
Idaho. Oh, that's a good one, Copper Owl.
Maybe just MS Idaho. There you go.
Yeah, Mint State, Idaho. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But I would think the S should be capitalized if it was Mint State.
Should have to
That's
put
true.
a 70 at the end or something.
That's true.
Well, being a female, I don't think she would want to say Miss Idaho 70. Most females don't like to reveal their age.
No, the Mint
And
State.
if she happened to be 70, I don't think she'd. I mean, maybe when she got 70, she would probably be stubborn enough to be like, yeah, I'm proud of this. I'm totally saying MS70 is my new name.
Too bad the coin to go to MS 100. It's like, hey, there you go. Mint State, it's 100%. It's just like 100% flawless.
Right? Why does it only go up to 70? Exactly. It should be 100. I agree.
Well, that new system just takes 100 and divides it by 10. 1 to 10.
I mean, there you go. That works too.
Yep. Purists are going to be like, no, give me my 70.
Yeah, well, I don't
Like, right, here's your
I don't
7.
like
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like a 1 to 10 unless you're doing a decimal system.
Well, yeah, it would have that.
Because between 6 and 7, you'd have to have at least a 6.5.
Yeah,
Correct.
it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be down with a system like that.
I think it's what, NGCX or something like that. And they kind of introduced that system like last year or something.
NGCX, like Roman numerals.
So they've done something
Yeah.
new, huh?
Yeah. I don't think it's their standard grading. I think it's like an alternative that they started that basically uses that 10-point decimal system.
Interesting.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, that is interesting.
I think their standard system still does the 70-point scale.
That kind of makes me want to take my penny and have it regraded by them.
Who's it graded by now?
I spent almost $100 and sent it through PCGS,
Ooh.
and they were supposed to do like conservation efforts and everything on it, and they did not.
Oh.
And then they refused to grade it because of the environmental damage that I paid to have professionally removed from the coin that they did not do. And so
Ouch.
they said, oh, it's got like very good, you know, it's really good, but it's environmental damage, so we just won't grade it.
Did I want my money back?
I wish that was an option, because I got screwed over big time. And
Yeah,
they took
$100 is a lot of money.
They took a $1,200 coin, and because they refused to do the conservation effort, it made it a $400 coin.
Ugh.
Ouch.
Which what cent are you sending in?
It was a 1914 Denver Mint Lincoln penny.
Ooh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
The
that's a
third-
mini good.
The third rarest outside of an error or variety. It's the third rarest Lincoln
Yep.
penny ever created.
Oh, wow.
I got screwed.
I've got one I'll be taking to Tulsa. CAC will be at Tulsa, and if all goes right, I'll have them encapsulate and grade it and all that. But probably 5-6 weeks ago, going through a lot of wheat cents that I got from a lady at a garage sale. Got like 4,000 wheat cents.
Oh wow.
I'll show you. Okay,
Wow.
so in this container, where on there it says what
Arctic and margarine.
save this money for coin collection. 300 on there, right? So she had 300 wheat cents stuck in there.
Yeah.
You know, that, I mean, I don't see a date, a copyright date or anything like that on there, but I mean, you can just tell that is not modern.
Yeah, you didn't find, there was no date on the package itself.
No, there's not.
So you're
So-
talking probably early 80s, I'm thinking.
Well, one thing I can tell you on here is that it also does not have any type of recycling symbol on it.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
got to be at least early 80s.
Not even on the bottom
Yeah.
of it?
And not on the
Oh.
bottom of it either. Yeah. I mean, there's
Not
a
on the
little
bottom,
symbol
not on
there,
the
but-
sides.
Nope. So just so you can tell it's been in there for decades, right?
All right.
And I start going through them because I'm basically separating them by year and mint mark and putting them in tubes and all that and keeping
You
my
found a
roster.
14, you found a 14D,
No. Better.
22S.
22 no D.
Oh,
Strong reverse.
oh. That's a nice one. Oh my God. Wow.
It's just one that you put under the scope and you look and you're like, no.
No. Yeah,
And then you walk
found
away
it.
for 5 minutes, you come back and you take another look and you turn it 360 under the scope and you tip it on edge, looking to see every single thing. And then you're like, well, it looks like it's got a lot of wear. Maybe it's not
Oh
going to be
my
worth
God.
much. You open up the book, even with wear, it's going to be worth three figures. And then
Yeah.
you turn around and you see real distinct lines on the back.
Oh,
First thing I
man.
did, one of the first things I did is send a couple pictures out. I sent one to RFT and I sent one to Tupac just to say, do you see what I'm seeing? And they both come back and they say yes. So then I went and got Shannon Smith. Yeah.
Copper out. There's somebody else. That Coin Help You.
Yeah.
You know who that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be a good one. I could send it to him too.
Yeah.
But
Send
I
some.
I did get the Paula Bloom and Shannon Smith with the Livecoin Q&A folks to look at it in a backstage with me, and they went through it and they're like, okay, look at the 1922. The 192 is weakly struck. The last two is more strong. That's one thing you want to look for. In God we trust. In God we struck weakly. Trust was strong. Second thing you want to look for.
That's way beyond what I know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm thinking I'm looking at something that's got a lot of wear. They're just telling me it wasn't struck hard. So
right
there,
they were weak and they didn't strike properly.
Right then, yeah, because there was like 3 die states, and you want die state 2, which is what mine turned out to be. So even like a VG20 is $1,000.
Wow.
If it gets up to 30, we're talking 2. So I'm pretty excited to see what that comes back with, and I'm still like sitting here
Anticipating.
I'm like,
Well,
I paid 2 cents per wheat cent for that.
Wow. That's the fight of the
So-
century.
I think.
Oh my God, yes.
if it grades properly and it sells properly, if it was me personally, I think I would try to be given a kickback to the person
yeah.
I bought it from.
Oh yes. I have already talked with her that if I find anything that is significant, that I will get her something extra.
Nice.
Now, is it going to be a large percentage of that? I can't really afford to give her $1,000, like 50%.
Well, it depends. I mean, if there's other coins in there that are also worth,
There wasn't.
you know.
I
Well,
went
I'm not
through
saying
all
I'm
of them. There wasn't. Yeah. But it was kind of funny because I had bought 2,000 from her back in June. I got another 4,000 here. So you're thinking, I've got to be getting close to having everything she had, right?
Wow.
Oh, the last time I talked with her, she's like, oh, there's more.
Dude,
You have more?
I want some.
I need those before I tell her what I found.
I want some. How much? I'm down. Come on.
Yeah, me too. I'm from the catch up right now.
Hook your friend up. I want to
I
buy
can't afford to.
some.
Well, I'll tell you, the cool thing is having that many of them. It really has become a significant chunk of the collection that I've got. You know, I'm pushing like 17,000 wheat cents now.
Wow.
I've
So-
got like 250, maybe 300.
That's where I started before I
Yeah.
got back into things just a
Well-
couple years ago.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm still at that point.
Yep. So
Yeah.
by finding that one, I've got the Dansko album with all the Lincoln wheat cents from 09 through current. And
Do you have a
so that-
really screwed up 09S that I could get cheap? I mean, I want the worst one possible that's still identifiable as an 09S.
Yeah.
I can't afford to get anything decent.
I've
So I
only
want,
got
like,
one.
And how much is your bottom dollar on it?
Probably $150.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not in that great a shape. It's just tough. It's a tough one. I bought it the same day I bought my 14D.
That $150 price point is tempting though.
But
I
it's
mean,
my only one. I only lack the 09S BDB now. So So
I'll have
I
to
mean,
try to think about it. I might have to try to entice you out of that.
wrap your mind around this now. Okay. So they started making small cents in 1856 with the Flying Eagle, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
They made 1,000 of those that year. Nobody's going to have that one. Nobody.
Where
If
do they all
1,000
go?
Well, survival rate, and those that got them probably didn't get rid of them after they found out there were so few made. But
My
there's
book,
three. Yeah,
my book starts at 1857 with the Flying Eagle.
good for you. Mine
got
starts
the
with
57.
1856, and I'm like, not gonna get it.
And I've got the 58 large and small letters.
Yep. Well, those are good
Wow.
examples too.
I got the 7 and the 8.
Yep.
My book doesn't have a spot for a 56, so I know nothing about that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Wonder what mine
so
says
rare
now.
that I'm not worried about finding it. But starting with 1857, I've got those three that you've got. I'm missing 4 Indian heads and 1 Lincoln.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
I want that book because if I show you the rest of my book, I showed you that first page,
Yep.
but then my second page, unfortunately, has this huge gap
Yeah.
between 1866 and 1877. Oh, I'm jealous. I want to say some bad words and call you bad names.
It's hard to see through this one.
And I need an 1885. That's kind of an outlier.
1885? I might be able to help you. I run into mid 80s like that.
Yeah, if you got an extra 85, I would love to learn about it because that would fill a spot in my book. But yeah, anything between 1866 and 1877, I need all of them.
Mm.
Yeah, my book says 1856 as well.
Yep.
And in the last page, the only ones I need is the 1908 San Francisco and the 1909 San Francisco.
Yep. I do have an San Francisco.
But yeah, if you got some stuff we might be able to work with, I really want just for my personal, because the Indian head scent was what got me started on collecting coins.
Yeah.
I want this book full.
I understand that one.
I want to fill up this book just for me.
Yep.
And I'll never get rid of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you should email me what you're looking for. Just put a list together. Okay.
I'm gonna.
Cool. I have a 1873 I just got here recently that those are starting to hit on some years that are a little more rare, so we might have to work something out, but a lot of other years I'm no problem just sending something.
Yeah, I have a 73 too. It's pretty worn though.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
Oh wow, these notes are not wanting to stick to my lower shelf.
I need the 08S, 09S, 56, 57.
Oh wow. Cartoons and Collecting has complete Canadians from 1858 to 2012.
Oh wow.
Except the 36 dot
I bet you, Joe.
I don't know why. There's like 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, but I need pretty much everything from 1866 to 1877. I need everything in that time frame. Anything and everything would
Yep.
put a spot in my book.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of my Canadian coins today, last couple of days. I have about $9 and almost $10 in Canadian nickels, dimes, and quarters. Which
That's right.
I
You're
spilled,
up there, right?
which
you're
I
kinda close.
accidentally spilled on the floor, and they're all over the place now.
Ah,
Okay. So now that I'm running out of small cents to get,
Oh,
oh, nice.
I don't have that book.
Wow.
This
That's a
this
fun
is serious geekdom here.
Hello, Becky Joe. Welcome.
Not a
Welcome,
lot
Becky
in
Jo.
that one, but there is one.
I don't
I've
have
got a
any.
few- what country are those large cents from?
These are ours. U.S.
Wow.
Nice.
And there's a
Yep.
57 large letter. I don't have that in my book.
Yeah, I've got one or two large cents from America, and that's it.
Yep.
I meant to fly an eagle. I don't have an 1857 large letter in the book. It has 1856, 1857, and 1850H large letter. I have that and the small letter for 1858.
I don't even know what the hell I've got. It's in my collection somewhere. I don't have a book. I've never looked it up for how many were made, so I have no clue. I just know I've got one.
Oh,
Nice.
The only
I don't know
large
what
cents
it
I
is,
have
but
are
I know
used
I've got
in
one.
United Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, something. Let's make it bigger.
Here.
That's a George the First one, or George Penny from
Yep.
early 1910s or 20s.
This one I believe is from
Is that 17 or 23?
Probably 1930s, isn't it?
No,
my
I was
vision's
thinking 30s as well.
Oh, teens,
17.
1917. Yep.
It's a 17. I called it.
Nice.
Would that be what, George V?
Yep, that's a King George, 1917, 1 penny, Great Britain.
Yeah, my vision's not very good.
Go one step back, you'll have Queen Victoria.
Yep. It's not
Mhm.
a Dickie, it's a George, but George wasn't there for very long.
Nope. Nope.
And that's kind of why I want, if
Oh,
I
yeah.
can get something from somebody that's in, Canada, I would love to have a modern, King George penny or King George anything. I don't have it in my collection yet.
Okay.
And, since Elizabeth died, King George pennies are out there. I really want one.
I hear you there.
Yeah. Okay.
So if anybody gets a hold of some of those, let me know, because I would love to have a modern King George coin.
Okay.
And a
I'll
I'll keep an eye out.
I live
2023
literally
if
22
possible.
miles away from the Canadian border. I get a lot of Canadian change down here.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, if you get some, I don't know if it'll be on common change, but even if it's in common change and it's a King George modern, I would love to have it, just because I was always a coin collector before I was a silver stacker.
Mm-hmm.
I get a handful of Canadian coins too, but the King's George and any for the laureate portrait's pretty hard to get even in my area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, excuse me, but I was always a coin collector before I was a silver stacker. And then I went into silver stacking, and then, shit hit the fan in my world, and I had to sell most of my silver. But I'm still a stacker when I can and a coin collector. And I understand that, the short term, especially the first Georges that came out in 2023, if there was any King George coins that came out in 2023,
Nice.
I want them. Bad. Wait, what's you showing there?
Oh, it's his penny book. He has all but the 1909 SVDB
All but the 1909S.
and 1914D.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have the 14D.
No, I do.
Oh, you do have it. It's so dark I can't even tell.
Showing you that I was just showing you that it's in there. Yeah.
Oh, you
Oh, wow.
Penny's got the 1904 or 6.
Huh?
I mean. He's got that 06 or 09 SVDB.
No,
He has
I
all
missed-
but the 09 SVDB. That slot's empty.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
that
not
one's
the
empty.
VDB. Okay, so you've got the S, you just don't have the VDB.
right. Then
Nice.
there's the it's hard to see, but it is occupied.
Oh, nice.
That book is
Yeah.
already valued at a couple grand. You get that 09 SVDB, oh boy.
The
Oh, yeah.
22 Philadelphia with no mint mark.
Nope, it's not Philadelphia. They only made pennies in 1922 in Denver.
Yeah, that was a Denver, huh? That's right.
That's why the no mint mark is so valuable,
Yeah.
Mhm.
because it should have a D.
Was
I
that,
need to get me that book.
wait. That was the only in 1922 only Denver minted pennies?
Yep.
Yes.
No
Nobody
Pennsylvania
else.
mint.
No San Francisco, no Philly,
Nope.
no nothing.
Nope.
Yep, just temper.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's with the arm, a leg, maybe a kidney, and a spleen.
I'm
That-
sure I
That's
have,
why it's so significant to find one.
I'm sure I have heard that a million times, but I don't remember it the next day.
I'm
That's
so
gonna start
hellbound
off-
on I'm so hellbound on finding an 09 SVDB. I just registered my car. I went ahead and got a Vandy plate. Guess what it is?
1909.
09S VDB.
Nice. It's like, you got? I want.
If I can
Yeah.
figure out a way to word it, when I get the vehicle that I purchased for my dad, which is a 72 Chevy Blazer, a K5 Blazer, I'm gonna get a custom plates and it's gonna say not for sale.
Yeah, I would say that.
Because I've already had offers, not running. It's got a blown motor in it,
Right.
just sitting in my dad's front yard. People have offered like $28,000 cash for
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
I
And
bet.
my dad has called me and said, "Hey," and I said, "No, it's not for sale.
Yeah,
that
well-
will never be for sale. That's it."
So
not gonna
cartoons and collecting. You want a GAW, right?
Just the book. Pennies not included.
Well, if I've got one book that's probably more valuable than that one,
Oh no, you got something big. Let's see.
it would have to be this.
United States type.
Oh, a typeset. Oh,
I don't have
And
that
it's
book
not,
either.
It's not a modern one. I'll show you something here.
how far? Hold on. How far back does it go?
This one with the half cents up here goes back as far as 1800.
Oh wow.
This one with the large cent could potentially go back to 1796.
Oh,
But I mean, these are in ranges, right? Because you just need one example from that
Right.
variety. Yeah, but I mean, I'm all full on this first page, so
Wow.
oh my god.
and all full on page 2.
Holy
Oh wow.
shit.
Missing 3 on page 3, which
What are you missing?
missing a Liberty head quarter with no motto. I'm missing a classic head or a cap bust half with reeded edge. and then a Liberty Seated with Rays. And page 4, I'm missing Liberty Seated. So 2 Liberty Seated dollars from different date ranges. And that's it.
Wow.
So like 5.
So you're missing
But-
a total of 5 complete that book.
They-
Oh my god.
Oh my, yeah. To finish this book would cost thousands.
Do you have video of that book?
Video? No.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
need to do a special video showing that typeset book. And the fact that you're only lacking 5 from completing it, yeah, you
Well,
need to do a video.
here's the other thing. They have the more modern version of this Dansko book. It does have different items, especially when you get into the back where, this one just kind of ends with Susan B. Anthony
Oh,
here.
Let's
It
do
doesn't
that.
really get into like modern commemorative. It doesn't have a spot for that, but the newer ones
Right.
will. Here's why I got this one. I actually got this one from Nubs, Hunt's Treasure,
Okay.
right?
I haven't seen him in
Um,
forever and a day.
I know. And so right about here, these would normally be called classic heads, not turban head.
Interesting.
Turban Head? What the hell?
So that, let's see, the copyright on this book is
So the book has
1965.
so the
65.
the book has value outside
Yeah.
of the coins that are in it.
Yeah. Very
Nice.
much so. And this
Yeah.
is the one that, let's see, this is the one that I got at Tulsa last year.
Oh
Trade
wow,
dollar.
Wow.
that's
Sorry,
cool.
my camera's jumping around. It
Oh,
doesn't like me doing that.
trade, freaking trade dollar.
I
Yeah.
don't have any of those either.
Oh, a legit trade dollar. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How much did that
That-
cost? $225.
I saved up for that one.
How much did that one cost you?
They were asking $425. I spent
Wow.
$350.
$350. Wow.
And I'll tell you what, I had some fun with it, because when you find one raw like that, you really kind of are taking your chances,
Yeah.
because you really want them to be graded, but I also wanted it to fill a spot.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
I know that I can fill the spot in theory by saying, okay, I've got this one, it's here in a box, it's graded, blah blah blah. I found 2 of them. One of them they wanted $350 for, the other one they wanted $425 for. At the Tulsa show, Tupac was there. He had his Sigma machine.
and
They let me put it on the Sigma to check the silver.
you used Tupac Sigma to double check.
That's
Yep.
That is
awesome.
And just because I don't feel like I have a real trained eye to find like the cleaned, if it's been
Yeah.
cleaned very well. I borrowed Rob Fine's Treasure to come over and just eyeball this thing.
Oh, awesome.
And he got me the 350 on this one, because he's looking at it and he's just kind of muttering to me. He's like, yeah, I don't see where it's been tampered with. It looks clean. It looks clean. And then his voice goes up in volume. This one, if they'd take 300, is not a bad deal. But this one, if they would come down to 350, that would be the better buy. So he just leaves it at that, walks away, and I'm just like, what do we want to do here? He's like, I'll do that one for 350.
Nice.
Fuck, hell yeah. Thank you, Rob Finds Treasure.
I almost
He's an
feel
awesome
like I
dude. So is Quentin around.
So between those two, it really kind of, if I'm going to shell out $3.50 on a coin, which I never do,
Yeah, no, that's
it better be the
insane.
right one, and take all the help I can get, making
Yeah.
sure it's the right one.
Better be real and not cleaned.
Yeah.
Double checking with Tupac to make sure it's legit silver, and Rob Finds Treasure saying, yeah, it's about worth this much.
Yeah.
You can't get any higher recommendation when you buy something. I mean,
And I'll tell you what, I asked him if he would. This was kind of getting towards the end of the day. We were going to be back the next day. I asked him if he would hold that price and let me sleep on it. I took about 10 steps away and then reverse face and came right back. And the thought that crossed my mind is, if you go back to the hotel and you sleep on this, you won't buy it. Just go do it.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, it's not often that I've spent that much on anything, especially a single item, and have zero regrets.
yeah, but we were
Nice.
talking about an actual U.S. trade dollar.
Yep.
I mean, and it's legit.
Yep.
Those are so hard to come across as
Yep.
a legit trade dollar. I mean, yeah, that's on my bucket list. Is I want to find one of those someday and add it
Yep.
to my collection. And
And
I don't know that I'll
what I did
ever.
last year when I started my year, I was like, okay, on my streams that I get, paid to open rolls and stuff. Believe me, like 95+% of everything goes back into replenishing inventory, so I can do giveaways and
Oh, yeah.
mail and all that kind of stuff. Very
Yep.
little of it do I reward myself for my time with, right?
Yep.
So
Right.
just had to scrape, take a little out of mine, take a little out of that 5%, and blah blah blah. And by the time I got to June, I was just I knew what anything low to mid grade would go for on a trade dollar. And I just, at the beginning of the year, I said, you know what? By the end of this year, I want one.
Yeah.
But
You're basically talking a
Yeah.
minimum of $225 to $250.
Yep.
To,
And that's exactly where I looked at it. I didn't want to spend $350, but when I looked at it and I was talking with Rob, and he says, long term, this one's going to go up in value better than that one.
Yeah.
You're going to spend $100 more, but you're going to be happy you did.
Yeah. If like right now, 250 probably is the lowest you're going to find a trade dollar.
Yep.
And if you buy that $350 one, that's a good investment if you can invest it. If
Yep.
you can find a legit one, yeah.
Yep.
Fucking
And
buy it.
exactly this cartoon is saying right there. If I were to get another one, I wouldn't even care about the condition, but I would kind of like to have this one doesn't have a chop mark. I'd kind of like to have one with the chop mark just for the history.
Yes.
I don't think I would. I think I still would like it not having any chop marks on it personally.
I have
I
to
get it.
agree with you on that. I would rather not have a chop mark, but I do understand the
History.
history and having a chop mark on it and the value of that.
I mean, when it comes to foreign currency, I think Germany has a lot of really cool designs on their coins. Do I wish that the ones made in the late 30s and 40s didn't have swastikas on them? Yeah, sure. But
They're hard to get rid of now.
those are history.
Now hold on. It is history, but also the swastika, Germany.
Just mean good luck.
Germany
Right.
mirror imaged it. They flipped it around. But before that, that symbol had been used for thousands of years
Yep.
in
It was
multiple
actually
cultures,
and
it
it was
was a
actually a
good
religious
symbol.
symbol because
was
they
a-
took something that was squared up like an S and one on its side, and they turned it 45 degrees, and that's how you got the German swastika.
Yep, they perverted ancient symbol.
We
That
we
was
were doing
well
a
known.
project. We were doing a project down at it was in Alabama at the Army Air Corps, Fort Rucker. And one of the buildings that I was responsible for auditing was their old chapel. And we had like 80 buildings to go audit. That one was one that was on our list. We didn't run to it first, but we kept hearing that when you get ready to go to this one, you need to call, get special permission to go in because there's this relic there. And I'm like,
what do you mean? What do you mean by auditing? Are you like inspecting the buildings or something?
auditing, inventorying. For me, I was looking at mechanical and electrical systems, and I had a couple of young architects, one that was evaluating the architectural features inside, and then one that was doing the outside.
So you were like kind of inspecting the electrical and
What do they have, and what was its condition?
yeah, and what problems it had and what might
Yep.
need to be corrected.
Right. So as we're going through there and we call ahead, we get our permission. I keep hearing about this relic. I don't even know what to expect. What it was, when we got up to the front of the chapel, where the priest would stand, it's
The
almost
pulpit?
like a huge. They called an altar. It kind of had like a big china cabinet, but without the glass. It
Mhm.
it was just very large and all wood and original to Germany.
So
And
are you
in that woodwork were the upright swastikas.
are you talking like a reliquary?
I don't know enough about it to know for sure.
I think that would be like a reliquary where sacred objects are being
Yeah.
stored.
That I think that makes sense then. Yeah,
Yeah, that
because they
would
just
I
kept
think,
calling a relic, and maybe they were shorting the word.
yeah, it's a reliquary is the area or whatnot where those ancient objects that supposedly have historical or biblical reference are being housed.
Yeah,
That's a relic,
yeah.
and
So
then
this
the
thing like was
reliquary would be
yeah.
where they held them.
Supposedly this thing was like 1800s and long before Third Reich came along, and there was the upright, not rotated, but upright swastikas carved into these as part of the decoration. And yeah, it just was. You just had to stand there and absorb the history and realize that this wasn't meant to be the awful, hideous symbol that it is,
Oh,
following their use of it.
yeah,
That'd be something to
exactly.
get in a grab bag.
It
Hi,
was-
Zomatic. How are you?
It was reversed. Originally, the swastika went the different direction, and it wasn't called a swastika. I
Right.
don't remember what it was called, but yeah, it went the other direction. Nazis perverted it, changed it, used it for their own purposes, and perverted it forever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's
I mean, they took a good symbol and made it evil.
Now,
I'm
hold
doing
on.
all right. What are
Zomatic,
alpha wolves?
Zomatic is asking about alpha wolves. You're always going to have an alpha in a pack. If you're looking at a pack mentality, there always has to be a leader of the pack, and that's the alpha wolf. So I mean, that's just scientifically proven. I don't know what he's asking. On
I was
whether
thinking of something else. I'm like, wait a second. He's talking about like something that we're talking about now or correlated. I'm like, wait, alpha wolves. You mean the actual wolves, like pack wise, or something different? But I'm like, okay, that works.
No, but I mean that's what
Yeah.
he said. He said alpha wolves. So you're talking a pack, talking dogs.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got a leader of the pack.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
alpha wolf. I mean,
Yeah.
Just like-
Unless he's referencing
What is
something else, I would have guessed the same.
That got confused for a second.
what's his question?
Ooh. W.
Oh, okay, Zomatic. I got you. All right. I mean, there's always an alpha in every group. Even in humanity nowadays, there's always somebody who wants to try and be the alpha male, alpha dog, alpha whatever.
Yeah, and
Oh,
well,
nice.
a lone wolf. Now, Zomatic, I think.
Oh,
there's
you
an
found
issue
something?
there because there is a difference between an alpha wolf and a lone wolf. Because there are loners when it comes to wolves. If you're looking at pack mentality, you've got loners that are an alpha, but they're not necessarily fighting for an alpha position within that pack. They understand, okay, well, this is a pack and it's got an alpha wolf, and I'm an alpha wolf, but I don't really click with this pack. So I'm going to go somewhere else and create my own pack and be the alpha. And that's what kind of like the Sigma is. It's like, no, I'm an alpha wolf, but I don't really click with this group. So I'm going to go create my own. I think that's where he's going.
Um,
Can you not hear me, Zoomatic?
I mean, I can hear you just fine.
I thought I was being uncharacteristically loud because it was just something that I had a statement to say, and I thought I was being loud and boisterous. I was afraid.
It all makes sense. You're good.
Yeah, I was afraid I was getting too loud, but
I mean, on my side, people are getting like a little bit underwater sounding, but it wasn't hearing everybody else fine. So I'm like, no, you're fine on my right end right now.
yeah, I didn't know I was quiet. I don't know how to change that.
Oh, okay. But we'll be ending shortly anyway, Zomatic, but thank you for stopping by.
But Zomatic, I would love to talk to you in other situations and more times. I like having somebody that's got a different opinion that I can have a animated discussion with on my other channel.
I mean, yeah, if you want to put your link in the chat, go for it. Anyone could do it for you, or you could do it yourself. Same for you,
Well,
Copper Al. You can put your link in the chat, or not in Duke King, or whatever. I don't have a bot to do it.
It's getting kind of late, and I'm not sure I can find my channel link.
Let me see.
I've been imbibing a little bit on adult beverages.
Oh yeah,
so
I can.
And I'm on my phone right now. I'll set a link up for your other channel, along with you guys as well, for a quick command. I already have an idea for you, Copper Owl. I'll set one up for you too later on tonight. I have an idea for what to put for yours.
No, if you could throw For the Love of Jerky up in there, that would be awesome.
Yeah?
Because I can't figure that out right
Let
now.
me see.
We're on StreamYards right now, Zomatic.
So, what was
And
link from something?
for the love of jerky.
Oh, love of jerky. Okay.
Zomatic, I'm gonna write I'm gonna take a sticky note and I'm gonna write Zomatic Discord and I'll try to find you, bud.
Here, let's see here.
So you see, I wrote
Okay, where's my
Zomatic
filter setting?
and Discord. So I'm gonna put that sticky note on my shelf.
And I really don't use Discord that much. I'm usually only on here and or Instagram.
Right, but Zomatic might only use Discord. They might not use Instagram or YouTube or Facebook.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I don't really use Discord because I can't really figure it out. So I do all my talking on here and on my Instagram.
Right, that's like I pretty much just use YouTube. I do have a Discord account and a Rumble account or whatnot, so I
Okay.
can try to find people. But I'm still gonna try to get them over here to
I
YouTube.
found it.
Much appreciated, Zomatic.
Yeah, Zomatic. I'd rather hook up with you on YouTube, bud. And on my other channel, my For the Love of Jerky channel. The one that's
And with my
not
work
that-
schedule, it's all different times and days I'm going to be doing live streams.
Hopefully this is it.
Yeah, but Keeper, what you're gonna have to remember is you're gonna have to find a day and a time.
That's the hard part, like I'm saying.
Yeah, that is the hardest part. But once you find that date and time, you have to stay steady and keep doing the same shit.
Yeah.
Because if you start changing it up, if you start changing the dates, changing the times, you're gonna lose everybody.
And that's the hard part with this new job. It's always different times and different days, and it's just killing me.
Yeah, you've got to find a consistent time. In order to really grow your channel, you've got to have a consistent time that you go live. If you can't, just go live randomly and just
That's what I'm
work
doing.
with it as you can. Yeah, exactly. Work with it as you can. Go live when you can. That's like tonight. I wasn't doing anything and you showed up live and I'm like,
No,
hey,
I guess,
there's no reason I can't show up on panel and
I
hang
guess
out
that
with my
wasn't
buddy
the
Keeper,
link.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
you know.
I guess that
so,
was not the link.
I jumped up and hung out with you, but
Oh boy.
the more regular, that you can create a stream, the better you will do, because there's people all around the world.
Channel.
You got to remember that it's all around the world when it's on YouTube, and you never know who's going to show up. But if you
All right,
If-
Zomatic, have a good one.
can stick to a schedule, you will increase
Okay.
what you're doing.
Yeah, with the old job, I was able to.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I had
right.
set days and set times. This one, it's literally different days and different times every single weekend. And it's just like, all right. That's why I started the walk into work segment and walking home from work segments.
This is the one for Love of Jerky.
Oh,
The other one was your Robert Worley account.
well, thank you, Tyler.
You're
And,
welcome.
and I
That
would
works either
say,
way.
don't pick on 2:00 on Sundays, but if you need to.
Took a little bit to find it, but I found it.
I mean, what's actually kind of funny is, Coin Crew with Keith and Angel, they started streaming about the same time I did. And
Ouch.
I had 2:00 on Sunday afternoon. I don't know. I'd had it for about 2 months. And then they decided they were going to stream 2 hours earlier than that and go 2 hours longer than that. And so, I'm like now in the middle of theirs. They overlap on both sides. And what was it? I was at the coin show and met them, and Keith kind of came off like, well, you picked a time right in the middle of ours, and I was like, well, shit, I was here first.
Right? Hi, nickel stacking.
Now
Oh,
they've grown to over 10,000 or 12,000 or however many tens of thousands they've got watching, and I'm not anywhere close to that. I don't care.
oh, Doge's going up. Oh shit!
Yep.
Nice.
And I don't want to keep everyone up too late. They
That
know
says doggy.
yeah, the dog.
Doge.
It's a dog.
No, it's Doge.
Nice. Super.
You know it's late when we miss the letters in our words. I do that a lot too, and I get tired.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, I was kind of blanking out there. I'm doing like quarter hunt, recording some material for shorts to come out in the future days, and I ran across a 2019 American Memorial Park W.
Nice.
So
Oh, nice.
out of a box and a half, that's like the real first true find that I've got.
Oh, nice. You found a West Point? Nice.
Is that you're saying
Yeah.
earlier you found like 3 finds earlier throughout, and you went like, ooh, I'm like, ooh, you found something? And you're like 3 things.
Well,
Oh, you went W.
W, yes.
I'm like 3 finds? Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, you got some luck.
More sign language than anything. U, W.
Nice.
So that was actually a little harder to find. So I'm kind of happy about that one.
Yeah, W's
And
are,
it's not all.
hey, W's are worth more than a silver.
Yep.
Right? I think what? It looks like $15 value.
Yeah, probably 15 to 20 for a standard W circulated. And you're looking at what? $6 for a 90% quarter. So it's almost 3 times the price of a 90% quarter.
Yep. That's why we look more than just silver.
Right?
W's are worth more.
That's what I tell people on the half dollars too, because I mean, if you find 40% half dollar, it's what, $3.50 maybe,
Yeah,
something like that. I think that's what I could buy.
Something like that.
Last
can't
Friday,
say
I think I bought them at like $3.40 or $3.30, just because they were cutting me a little bit of a deal. But about $3.50 is what I just kind of use loosely. And if you find those DDOs, it can be anywhere from $10 to $40.
Wow.
a double
But-
white on a West Point. I've never even
No,
looked.
not on a West Point, on half dollars.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
By
you're talking
storing,
like
do you
a
mean going up
70
or down nickel stacking?
You're talking like a 74 or an 82.
Some 71D, 72 Philly, 73D, 74D, 77D.
Okay, so there's a lot that I'm not familiar with.
There's a few, yeah. Well, and the 74D, like you were saying, that's a pretty easy one. I look for those live when I'm doing my streams, and
Well, it's
gosh, probably.
No, I'm talking the. Yeah, you're talking the DDOs. I was talking. I misspoke. I was talking the no FGs.
No FGs on the 82 and the 72D, yeah.
Yeah, most people don't even look for them, and it's like, why not?
Well, and a lot of people think they've got it, and yes, we are looking under a lot more magnification than what the pros are doing it with. But if it's there, it's there. I mean, in the tiniest amount or the full thing, it's there.
Oh well, see if there's even the tiniest amount of an F or a G, I ignore it.
I do
It's gotta
too.
have nothing there for me to keep it.
Yep, that's why I found so few.
There's been a couple times when Tupac was hanging out with me. and staying here as he's traveling across country, that
Yep.
it gives me coins to search through. And I found a couple of those no FGs.
Yep.
What was it? Sunday or Wednesday of this week he found one? Or Sunday or Wednesday last week?
Did he? Damn,
Think he found one.
I must have been slacking when he found it. Or distracted, 'cause
Yeah.
I've got
Well,
neighbors. I've got other stuff I do.
Well, I'm always multitasking.
Yep.
You
I
know,
found
so
one of
I
those
might have missed
74D.
that.
I found a 74D DDO when I was hunting on one of my streams for Jim Cantor. And I end up sending it to him. And if they're nice, I'll usually flip them up just to protect them on their journey to a person. And he got it, and he didn't tell me anything about it, but he found somebody that had a voucher to get it graded with. He sent that thing into PCGS and got it graded. It came back, I want to say 64. I got to look it up now.
Shit.
Wow.
Wow.
Now my mind is off to the races trying to figure out what it actually was. My box is a little full here, so give me just a second.
Yeah, nickel stacking gold is well above its all-time high
Yeah,
in the last
Yeah.
couple of days.
64.
Oh, let's make that bigger so we can see that better.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Cool.
Turns out it was $100 coin.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, for a 74D and mint state 64.
Wow.
Yep. I mean, that's
Nice.
high retail, of course, but if somebody gave you an $80 bill for it, it cost me 50 cents.
I would have never thought a 74, just a regular freaking $half would bring that much.
Yep.
Dang.
Well, look at the
Where did you go?
1909 SVDB copper sand. Like the lowest grade G4 is like a $625, $650 penny.
No,
Yep.
like I said, that's
Oh,
like
I got
14D.
I got something else for you, Robert.
Uh-oh.
All right. So RFT does his little channel tokens.
Oh, gotta make this bigger.
I've been wanting an RFT round that was silver.
Well, these are the if I can get it open here. Good God. What's going on here? So this is the kind of the bronze one or the brass.
Oh, nice.
The bronze,
Is it
yeah, they are nice.
Original design. So it was, I don't know if you can, my light is just hideous right here. I'm sorry about that.
It's
Have you
not
seen
too
me?
bad. It's not too bad. Actually, the coin is registering pretty good on your camera.
Yeah. So you see he made 500 of them, and that one was number 373.
You would have to get a little closer for me to see that on it, but
It's pretty clear. in my
do
eye.
it.
373 out of 500.
Nice.
Oh,
So when he came out with his new logo design, he made new channel rounds. And last year at Tulsa, he was offering people the chance to get their matching number.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
I said, okay, fine. That would be really cool. So I went, and I didn't have it with me. I didn't bring it with me to the show because I didn't know he was going to do that. So I called my wife, had her come down, pull this thing out of the box, figure out what the number was, and then I let him know. He's like, I haven't made him up to that number yet. So I can't get you that one. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, when you get to that, why don't you just give me one as a placeholder, because I'm willing to pay for it. And when you get up to that number and I can get my matching number, we'll exchange, right? Look at the one that he gave me.
Number 2 of
Of
3,000?
300. Of 300.
300. Oh, wow.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Wow.
You know who's got number 1?
He does.
He does. So I did
Yeah.
as good as I could. And honestly,
Yeah.
I don't need a matching number. That's actually kind of cool.
I have to say I'm jealous. I'd love to be able to get the first one off of you, just so that I had a Rob Finds Treasure round.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
I'm
they're
not
novel-
that lucky.
They're a novelty.
I'm a poor boy, and I can't afford to go to those coin shows and meet my friends in person.
I feel that.
It does get a little expensive.
I forget what number I have. I'll have to look for it, or I think I have a video posted somewhere.
Yeah.
I've got
Oh.
a couple of channel rounds. I've got a Far North Coins channel round.
I do have a 1909S for you.
Yeah,
It-
I want a real one.
Is it the VDB?
No. Well, yeah.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
The BDB. That's pretty cool. And,
But
Wait,
it's a
2
ounce.
ounces.
Oh wow, that's a 2 ounce. Damn.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
still cool.
Yeah,
It is.
that's really cool. I don't know that I've seen a 2 ounce one yet.
Yeah. That ought to be worth at least twice as much.
Okay, so I'll give you $10 for it.
That's just a shipping cost, probably.
I forget what it was.
Well, I'm thinking of the value of copper.
Oh yeah, I know.
I could offer him like $10, you know.
Yeah.
It might cost $10 just to ship that.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And there's that.
Wait, oh, that's cool.
Nice. That's a 10
That's 8
ounce,
ounces of that's like 8 ounces of copper.
8 ounce copper.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a copper version. That's not silver. Oh, that's still cool though.
Yeah, and that's a 50 BMG.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think that's 8 ounces. Yep.
Yeah, that's a 50 caliber if you were to measure the end of
Yeah.
it.
Just imagine one of those ripping through you.
You wouldn't have a chance if you already gone.
Yeah. That's why they leave bigger holes when they leave.
Right? Make a big entrance and a big exit.
Yeah.
To an extent, that's not true. A lot of
Already
that
spinning
depends-
around.
A lot of that depends on the distance that the projectile traveled
Yeah.
before it made contact and what it hit while it was going through the body. Because if you're talking close range and you went through a thigh and didn't hit a bone or anything, you just went through muscle, yeah, it's going to mess you up, but it's not like your leg's going to explode.
Right. It's a clean pass through.
It's an in and out, and it's about a half-inch hole.
Yep.
So yeah, you got to deal with that half-inch hole.
It's if that
But
thing
other-
starts to tumble.
If it hits something and that bullet fragments or starts to tumble or something like that, yeah,
Yep.
then you've got some problems. But if it's up close and in and out, that ain't nothing. I mean, it's a pretty bad wound you got to deal with, but it's not life-threatening.
Running around at a safety meeting.
Yeah, he's doing a safety meeting.
Oh shit! I hold on. I gotta prep for a safety meeting. I gotta find something for inspiration. I've got to load up inspiration. Hold up.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
Johnny,
I'm going through that typeset and individually cataloging what I've got in there and just trying to if I ever wanted to sell that book, I've got to have a value already in mind.
Yeah, it's like how much?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
Don't know yet. Yeah, you definitely got to put a price on that. And
Yeah.
Put on
As close-
layaway.
as close as you are to finishing that book, you need to get and maybe take it to a coin shop and have them give you an estimate or a value for insurance reasons.
Yeah.
You know, take it
I
to the
mean-
coin shop, be like, hey, I'm not interested in selling this. I just want you to sign an affidavit or something saying how much you think it's worth
Yeah.
as a typeset so that I can insure it properly.
So I've gone through, I'm not even through the pages where I have them complete. I'm about halfway through the nickels, starting with the half cents and going about halfway through the nickels, 1 quarter, and the trade dollar is what I've spent the time to put a value to, just kind of using the photo grading on PCGS to try my best to narrow in on a value. Full retail right now, without everything included, I'm probably looking at like $2,300 for that thing.
Wow, nice.
And if I were to look at something that's maybe
Okay,
not gray sheet, but
Um,
just knowing that they won't pay that full retail for it, it'd probably be at
Well-
least 1,600.
It's a typeset. How far back does it go?
The earliest date I saw on those pages was 1796.
Okay, so it's
So I mean, but the range is like 1796 to 1820 or something like
Well,
that.
you know where I'm looking at, right?
Uh,
A silver coin from 1776. If you find a silver coin, that's possible that it was struck from Martha Washington's family.
Yep.
Sterling silver, you know, because that's what started our currency. That's what helped make us a country.
Yep.
Because we could have our own currency that was tradable.
You want to know about a fun one here? Last June, my wife and I went out to Denver for my cousin's wedding. It was also, she got married on our anniversary date. So
Oh, cool.
I parlayed that into a 2-day trip down to Colorado Springs to go up to like Pikes Peak and things like that.
Right.
My wife found out that the ANA Museum of Money was there, and I'd totally forgotten. So we went and toured the ANA Money Museum.
Where's that at?
In Colorado Springs.
There's a money museum in Colorado Springs.
If you go to Colorado Springs, go see the ANA, American Numismatic Association Museum of Money.
I'm
It
gonna
will
write
be-
that down on a note.
It'll be worth your $8 to $10 for admission. They have medallions. They have, if you go into the basement, they go back to like the earliest forms of money, like the 40-pound stones that people used to, treat as currency before we even knew what a mint
well,
be.
that was very rare, and that was just in like a certain location that they actually did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And this was looking at things all across the
was-
world,
Yeah, that
And then
was.
they-
I want to say that was like around like Polynesian Islands, Guam,
Yeah.
that type
Something
of
like
area
that.
where they used the round stones.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert,
So then they,
That's the link to their website.
Oh, what
Yeah.
you drop? Oh, thank you, Tyler.
Yep.
Very cool. But they take you from that earliest currency to all the different errors and stuff that we've had on coins and examples, and they'll take you through the British and the American and this and that and the other. It's just so many cool and interesting coins to look at. Upstairs
Yeah, no,
is kind of
that would
more
be
the American piece of it.
Oh, that would
In one case, it was just jaw-dropping because the two pennies weren't the best examples there are out there, but they were both graded. I forget what their grade was, but it was the 43 copper and the 44 steel
Mm-hmm.
no shit.
sitting right next to one another. And you're just looking at this, it's like, damn, there's
They
$80,000 sitting right here.
They had both
They had an example of both.
side by side. Oh my
And
god.
then one case over, you can't pick them up, right? They're behind glass.
Yeah.
But they
of
have
course.
this rolling magnifying glass that will hover over it, and you're looking through the glass, of course, but you can just zoom in and just admire it that way.
Oh
Well,
wow.
in the next case over, they got the same setup, and they've got a graded. I put a short on it out
the
back
55
back
double
then.
die,
Huh?
the 55 double die that when you look at it, it makes you feel like you're drunk.
Oops.
Seeing double, right?
I want one of those 55 double dies so bad.
That would be pretty cool. I would love one of those too. In the case next to it, it was like a 1793 half Disney
Oh wow.
in excellent shape and a documented pedigree of being owned by the first director of the mint.
Hello, hardcore.
Oh,
Upper.
oh wow.
What do you want to guess that one was worth? Because remember, it's graded, it's cataloged. I could look it up.
I want to say something like 3.8 million.
Ooh, most people don't guess that high, and it was not quite that high. It was 1.75.
175. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, no, something like that is so rare. And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah. And
No,
and
I'm
it
not-
was such good shape because,
Yeah, I
he
know
made it.
special coins are worth a special price.
Oh yes.
What was the coin
it's-
again? I missed it. I'm sorry.
I think it was like a 1793 half Disney.
Was it graded?
Oh yeah. I don't remember what the grade was, but it was a good grade.
I'm gonna probably say, I don't know, 250,000.
1.75.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think I was closer to my guess, but I guessed high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even hear it because the birds were being loud.
It was just unbelievable to realize what you were looking at.
Well, that's like when I first heard about the 1914D, and then I went back through some of my wheatback collection, and I found one, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But I've actually held a coin that I don't know. They might actually be able to put me in jail just for holding that coin. Oh, you want to laugh now? I know I held it and I remembered it because as soon as I heard somebody mention that coin,
Yeah.
I knew the year that they were talking about.
Oh wow.
So it confirmed it because I knew the year. I remembered the coin distinctively.
Yeah.
I have held in my hand one of the 1974 aluminum pennies from America.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
I held one. My
Nice.
sister got it as in part of her tips or whatnot when she worked at a country club for a golf course in West Tennessee.
Wow.
And she brought it to me and was asking me about it. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell this is. It's fake.
Yeah.
You know, it's aluminum and it's from 74. It's like, no, this is some bullshit fake thing. I don't know we don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to find it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, once I learned what it was, as soon as somebody said something about an aluminum cent that America had made, I was like, was it 1974? And they confirmed it. And I'm like, oh my God, I've held that penny. I
Yeah.
held one
Oh my
in my
God.
hands.
So I was off by a year. It was 1792. Half
Wow.
Disney. And if you
79
see, it's a little blurry, but down here at the bottom, the $1.41 million
Wow.
67 there in the
Yeah,
Heritage
I've never-
auction, that's probably the one that we were looking at.
Wow.
But like, and this book's a couple years old. Even in worn AG condition, $9,500.
Yeah, I've never come across something like that. But
You get the fine, and it's 40,000. EF 110, uncirculated 300.
well, you know what's messed up about that 74 aluminum? It's illegal to possess
Yeah.
because the government, there were some given away like senators or whatnot, but it was never officially authorized, and they were all recalled to be destroyed. So owning one is technically a felony.
That's why you're going to jail.
No,
Over a penny.
no. If I was to go to jail right now, it would be because I got in trouble driving or something since I had my license removed in September because I got
Oh.
hit with a DWAI.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah.
So, well, guys, I promised it would only be a little while. It's almost midnight here. Probably gave you an extra half an hour. So
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end right now anyway.
we made quality time, right?
Yes, we did.
Yep.
It's great for you to show up, Copper Alcoins. Thank you.
Thank
bet,
you very
guys.
much.
We
Take
will
care,
catch you
Copper.
another night.
Yep. Have a good night, bud.
Yep, we'll see ya. Thanks for having me up, Dragon.
Anytime
Take care. Copper out.
later. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end it too because birds are getting rowdy, and I said I'd probably end around this time anyway. But I look forward to more hangout with you guys.
Yeah, it was fun. So
Yep.
have a good night,
All right.
both of you guys.
Any sign offs, you guys?
No, I don't have any myself.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Sorry. Have a good night. Take care. Much love and respect. I'll see you soon. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I don't have anything as an exit other than have a good night, everybody.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. I appreciate you all for being here. Until next time, keep hunting, keep stacking, and have a good one. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you real soon. Good night.
Take care.
Good night.
God bless you.